got news of the day coming out of Colorado, and we're gonna jump right into it, dog. We got Maurice Williams. He's a 3-star corner, 5'11", about $175 out of New Orleans, Louisiana in that 2026 class. You're looking at a top 45 overall player coming out of the state of Louisiana. He's a top 120 corner in the country. Played his high school football at Etna Carr. If you don't know, they are a national power. They're really good every year. It seems like they won a state championship this season. Of course, he was committed to Liberty at one point. He just recently decommitted from the Flames. Of course, he visited our Colorado football program last week, and it seems like he had a phenomenal time because now it is official. He's officially committed to this Colorado football program. Another great get to add to this 2026 class. A young man whose recruitment was really starting to take off. I know Georgia Tech, Houston, Ole Miss, UCF, Washington were other programs that jumped in the mix to try to land Williams. Of course, I've made multiple videos on this young man before, so you guys know how I feel about him. Love his game, man. Like, plays a lot bigger than his size, right? Good hips, good feet as well. Always around the ball, like a lot of takeaways at the high school level. I mean, he's done some great things so far at this high school level, and I'm definitely excited to have him in black and gold. Can't wait to see you get to Boulder, Colorado. Of course, this young man here, he had mentioned about the visit, because like I said, he recently visited, this Colorado football program. His main impression was that, Colorado staff was glued together. He said they were a staff knowing that they're all on the same page and have the same goal of developing young men really stood out to him. Of course, he said nothing really surprised him while he was on this visit. He said, it was everything that he expected. He got a chance to kick it with some players. He said it was a really cool experience. And obviously, he loved it because he committed to this Colorado football program. He is now the number 35 overall player coming out of the state of Louisiana, dog.
What are we looking for? Dogs.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Bird, and we back on Bird's Eye View with it. Like always, appreciate the love and support. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Stop what you're doing. Smash the like button, smash subscribe button. Hop in the comment section, comment whatever you want. Of course, I'm dropping daily bangers day by day. We got news of the day coming out of Colorado. We're gonna jump right into it, dog. We got Tariq Davis. He's a corner, 5'10", $190, out of Greenville, Texas. Wyoming transfer. Started his career off at Navarro Community College. In 2022, they were a top 10 JUCO in the nation. He was all conference there. Of course, over his career playing JUCO ball, credited with 80 tackles, 5 interceptions, 13 PBUs, 2 forced fumbles. Transferred to Wyoming. Had a very solid season for the Cowboys in 2023. Made 5 starts, 27 tackles, broke up 7 passes, was tied for the team lead. He also had an interception, recovered 2 fumbles, and forced 1 as well. In 2024, picked right back up where he left off, led the team in PBUs with 8, had 42 tackles, a tackle for loss, another interception, another forced fumble, blocked a kick as well. Hit the transfer portal looking for a new home, and now it is official. He's officially committed to this Colorado football program. Love this get here. I mean, you see on his tape, this is a physical ass corner, dog. I mean, not shy of contact at all. A very good ability to be around the football. A heaping amount of pass breakups in his career dating back to the JUCO ranks, right? I mean, this young man here can really do some things well. You see a little bit of Peanut Tillman in his bag, dog. You see him, that peanut punch where he was known for knocking the ball out of opposing offensive guys' hands, man. You see that in his bag as well, too. Looking at his PFF grades, man, graded out really, really solid. 70 coverage grade for the season, 70 tackle grade. Run defensive grade was 73. Overall defensive grade was about a 71. Only gave up 1 touchdown all season and 410 coverage snaps. Obviously, he started all 12 games. It looks like he started 6 on the left side, 6 on the right side, so he could play on either side of the field. For what I see here, again, only gave up 1 touchdown. 6 out of the 12 games, he gave up 2 or fewer catches. His best coverage grade game came up against Washington State, the last game of the season. That was an 84. His tackle grade that game was an 82.7. Overall defensive grade was an 83.2. Those were the best numbers of the season there. That was actually the only game where he gave up a touchdown, but he also had a pick in that game as well too. Very solid numbers across the board, man. Very physical corner. I just love the way he plays football, man. Can't wait to see him in black and gold, man. Not gonna keep it long. Just want to bring you guys on a phenomenal update. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Bird's Eye View, man. We got Shawn Myers. He's a 3-star linebacker, 6'2", 220, out of Dayton, Ohio, North Alabama. Transfer. Started his career off at Hocking College, where he was a JUCO All-American before heading to North Alabama. He's been a starter within that North Alabama program, started 22 games, recorded a total of 105 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, had 6 PBUs as well too. He said, man, I take the most pride in being an intelligent football player and being the smartest on the field. He said, I'll be there a step faster because I know what's coming. He said, I'm a film junkie and take pride in leading the defense and getting my guys lined up and in the correct spot. He said, just being a good communicator for the defense. He hit the transfer portal looking to take his talents elsewhere, and now he's found a new home because now it is official. He's officially committed to this Colorado football program. Got another good football player coming into Boulder, Colorado. Does have multiple years of eligibility left. He mentioned before his visit that he was just excited to get to Boulder, see Boulder, meet the coaches, and talk ball. And of course, it looked like that definitely went well because he has announced his commitment to this Colorado football program. Again, brought in another talented linebacker, has over 100 tackles in his career, multiple years of eligibility.
Nowadays, we're seeing we're going to see that coaching shift. And I think we're seeing it before our eyes, where these guys are going to start flocking to Colorado.
Man, Ole Miss literally just launched an assault on Ashley. Like the SEC teams, they are literally just like, hey, we can't let this kid lead the state. So
wow.
that beacon of light that Colorado is shining light. They're like, well, wait, we should have recruited him a little harder, because now you're starting to dig in, because people are saying, how do you let a 4-star lead the state of Mississippi? Oh, okay. Now they're going back and looking, and I guarantee you, Colorado's going to have to continue to recruit Preston Ashley the same way that they did to get him. You're going to have to do it to keep him. Now, do I think it's going? I think he stays in the class, but this is the thing about when you recruit highly rated athletes. They're not just highly rated to you; they're highly rated to everybody. And when you're recruiting against the SEC, they have this bravado or this sense of, oh, okay, well, we're going to out SEC you. Colorado has, I always call it the draw 4. You can't out SEC. You can't out SEC Coach Prime.
Right.
You can't out SEC who Deion Sanders is to our culture. And I said that when I was at On 3. The first time they interviewed me, I was like, hey, bro, I had some Deion Sanders in the background. They didn't know you, didn't know Uncle Neely. All I knew was who Deion Sanders was to the culture. Not Coach Prime, because he wasn't Coach Prime yet. Back then, in Atlanta, you mentioned Deion Sanders, you call him Deion because that's what we grew up on. Now, Coach Prime, in his newest iteration, he still has that in the back of our minds. Guys in the Southeast, guys in Florida, guys in Atlanta, we still remember Deion Sanders, who Deion Sanders was. So no other coach in the country can draw on your heartstrings or draw on your memories or draw on the memories of your parents and say, where were you when he did this? Oh, that's who's going to be coaching my son? So I think that's one of the things that Colorado has really done a good job at, is being able to say, recruit without using Coach Prime in the forefront.
Dukes, let me say something to this point. Very, very clean, dynamic point you made there. Amen to it. Hallelujah. Pass the collection plate. Let me throw $1 in and get 75 cents back because I gotta get a drink out the machine. It reminds me of that time me and Chico took our ladies to the club, and Chico said, "Man, I don't know if I want to bring mine in here, man. Somebody might try to holler." And I looked at her and said, "No, Chico, she good. Ain't nobody gonna try to holler at her." Because you touching on people, only people want people, and you have to recruit who you just recruited, because everybody gonna still be shooting shots at them, even during this quote unquote dead period. Putting that to the side, that joke to the side, a little shot at Chico there. When you're exactly right on the Coach Prime being that trump card, but I think there's a bigger trump card out there. That's the little joker, but I think here's the big joke in this day and age. 20 years ago, man, Saban could recruit and say, come here, win a national championship, go to the NFL. There ain't a staff in America with the NFL experience that Colorado got. Well, and a lot of these kids, I want to play for a national championship. I want to win a national championship. But they want to go to the league.
Right.
Yeah.
And who can get you somewhere better than someone who's been there?
Man.
Like I could probably get out my GPS and drive from Jackson to Selma, but I come out much better riding with Chico.
You ain't lying.
He gonna know where to stop for gas. He gonna know who got the best restaurant on the way. He gonna know which exit to take when we get there, because he done been there. And when you look at Coach Prime as a head coach, Rob Livingston as DC coordinator, Pat Shermer offense coordinator, you look at the position coaches like Kevin Mathis, Domitar Peko, Warren Sapp, Marshall Falk, the list goes on and on. Like, dude, not only do I have the trump card to Coach Prime, look at this staff. I'm going to the league from here. Like, now on the way to the league, yeah, I'm gonna play for a conference championship, national championship, but I'm going to the league. And Saban and the SEC are not the only ones that can say that now. You know, it ain't just Texas or Texas A&M. Now you got Colorado can say it. And who had the most receivers taken in the draft this year? A school in Colorado by the name of Colorado. So,
coached by Coach Jay Field,
who played in the NFL, who won his high school, his college coach, a college teammate or Heisman Trophy, et cetera, et cetera.
Led the nation in receiving yards.
It's hard, man. Chico, I'm going to give Dukes this spade analogy. It's hard to get your 4 books when somebody got all the damn spades. They call it Trump tight. In Colorado, it's Trump tight.
Trump tight.
He ain't lying.